out here, gonna do some test runs with my Limitless number 2, the one I just locked the front diff on. I drove about 2 hours away from my house and found this road that says closed on the other end. I want to make sure that the RC goes straight, showing 5 satellites. So I want to make sure this thing goes straight. So I figure I was going to test it on this closed road, but there still seems to be some traffic on it. There is no reflectors, but there's divots down the center. The other side is basically 2 lanes wide. So I'm hoping, so it says testing, I'm hoping we can get some runs and there's not too many cars. Seems to be pretty slow because it's way off a freeway. But I am next to this curve. So it is kicking out one direction. And already into the dirt. Doesn't seem to be driving off the front. Right into the dirt. Oh, so that's what's going on. So I've got a tire that's blown out. And that's probably making it drift. So we're gonna have to put some tires on this pig. And that tire's not even old. These are like brand new tires. Oh, and I got my steering turned down. I can't believe that tire's blowing already. But that's a part of testing. Some tires. I wonder if I should change them both. I think I'm gonna just throw one on the rear. I can't believe this tire's blowing. And that tire is like new. Since I'm not going to be going full blown, I don't want to throw a new set on it yet. But there we go, one blown tire. Tilt you guys up, see if I can get this thing going straight. And my turning is way down as well. Still kicking out to one side. So I wonder if I got a broken rear diff. I'm not liking this road. Even though it's closed, there's a lot of traffic on it. Turn my dual rate up. There we go. See, I don't like how it's kicking. It's literally kicking to the right. Oh, shut off. I didn't check to see if those fans are plugged in properly. I bet you I have the fans plugged in wrong. Look at all these cars. This road, and I'll show you when I'm leaving, this road is closed. It's closed on both ends. You literally have to go around some barricades to get in here. Because I just added fans to this. And I didn't check them. No, they're working. ESC fan is not going. Oh, so my ESC fan, let me check temperatures on this. So 170, and then my ESC, and the fan's not going, is 150, and I could see the fan blade stuck in there. Fan blade, something, it's broken on the inside. So this fan blade is broken. Yep. So that's what's going on. But yeah, that motor temp's up there. I'm still gonna have to add the game changers. $160 now. But I'm gonna have to add the game changers because of that. So, let's grab the phone. We're gonna stop, read. So, just those little tiny hits, 84 miles an hour, but the back is kicking out, so I gotta find out what's going on with that. This RC crashed really, really bad. And my concern is that it's got frame issue or some other issue that I'm not seeing. And watching it kick out like that, I'm not liking it. But 84 miles an hour on that little test rip, and this is the 1515, and the fan's broken. So I'll have to throw on a game changer fan, or this one I got to put a low profile fan in. So, yeah. So let's take it back and do some more work. Oh, it still won't go on. Is it still flashing temperature? Oh. I've got a motor arc out on this one. Let me unplug this. I got a motor arc. Yep. Unsoldered wire. Look at that. That's from heat. So motor did, that's why it stopped running. Got a little warm. So let's get these batteries unplugged. Luckily I caught it. I saw the arc. So we'll have to get that soldered back on. And yeah, go from there. If not, change out that motor. But this motor's been on 8S for a long time. Let me get all this stuff turned off. Yeah, I'm doing this on the side of a road, guys. My kids are all out there hanging out in the trunk. But motor melted down. I think I'm gonna throw the 1717 in this one if I can get it going straight. I've been waiting for this 1515 motor to actually die. So here's the road I found off the freeway. And when we come down to the end here, I'll show you guys the sign. I don't know where all these people are coming from. But literally, you see the barricades right there, not letting that guy in? That barricade literally says the road is closed. And people are driving around the barricade to go in there. But that road is closed. All right, welcome back. So I went and did some test licks with this because I locked up the front. Batteries were fully charged, so I wanted to check it out. Had a motor issue, which is no big deal. We're going to solder that guy back on. Hopefully the motor's okay. If not, I have another 1515. But what I'm concerned about, and here's what I'm going to check. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys in. So I'm going to measure between here and here with this wheel, because I have a feeling something's going on with this chassis, or something's going on with this wheel, because it was kicking, the back was kicking out. It was literally kicking. I'll have to check the footage, either right or left. So, which leads me to believe that these wheels are, one wheel is longer than the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from rim to rim. So here's my measuring tape. So I'll bring you guys in. So I'm going to put it on this wheel in the back. So that's how I'm going to measure it. It's going to be the same on both. So, and I'm going to basically count this from the 13 all the way to the rim. So 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 13, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So it's 13, 6 lines. Now we're going to flip this thing over so that the wheels are symmetrical, or the same toe in, or whatever you want to say. So flipping it the other way. Doing it the same, we're going to line this up, line this rim up. So we're going to go to the inside of the rim. And let me get this in there. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling tight. And then we're going to count to the inside of the rim. So we'll bring you over here. Can't see because it keeps going off. So we're going to go 13, 13, 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 in. So that's a quarter, I believe. 1, 2, 3. That's an eighth. 2, 3, 4, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an eighth. So we are literally a quarter off because it's 2 lines. So it's a quarter off. This side is shorter and that side is longer. So I'm going to check to see if this thing's diamond. Something's going on to where these wheels aren't the same distance apart. So 17 3/4. $17 3/4. I could have a shock tower bent. All right, so right here we got a blown out shock. It's literally knocked the shock cap off. So right in here you can see the shock cap is ripped off right here. So this shock is blowing out. That's one issue. Now this one had a busted shock in the front. I do have a set of shocks. I did use one front one, and I'll show you, because this is the one that hit the curb really, really hard. So here's the front shock that I kind of patched back together, but now we need a rear shock. So I got a brand new rear shock we're going to go ahead and throw in here. Alright, so here you go. Shock cap is literally hanging off, and there's shock fluid everywhere on this thing. I'm surprised this thing went 84 miles an hour like this. But I didn't catch the broken shock last time, so we're going to throw in a new one. And this is going to go into our bag of broken shocks. So now I only got one side. Go. Much better. So I'm going to give it a test rip again tomorrow and see if that blown out shock is the reason it was drifting like that. If not, I am going to have to make some adjustment to this control arm, which means I'm going to have to shim one of these control arms back. Okay, this is going to be, wow, that got tight really fast. This will be take 2 of soldering our wire on to our motor. Grab yourself some flux, some 0.03 wire, 1-inch diameter. Gonna let our soldering gun heat up a little bit. See? There we go. Making sure nothing's in between there. Put my screws back. All right. There you go, guys. Motor is fixed. Just want to make sure that my wire's not going to come off. And that's a good solder joint. So there we go. That's the solder I use. 0.03, 1 inch in diameter. I do buy it in a pound. And yeah, it seems like we got a decent bond on that wire now. Just want to make sure none of them come off. We can see how out of balance these front wheels are. So I'm going to get these front two replaced out. Back seem to be okay now. And then we're going to give that a test rip tomorrow. So there you go. and I use a Weller. So, and in order to solder those, I have to be all the way up, cranked up. That is a, I want to say 200. It's 120 volt, 60 hertz, 40 watt soldering gun that I bought over at Home Depot. So there we go, guys, all back together. I will be ripping it in the morning to see if fixing the rear shock, fixing the motor, if all this stuff worked, or am I going to have to replace this motor. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next one.